Hello, Internet, John Bundy, and today we're looking at another Kickstarter demo for the Mega Drive. And it is the sequel to a game I have actually covered in a previous video. Or at least I think it's a game I've previously covered. I've got the game and I've played it. Anyway, either way. The game is Sacred Line 2. So this is a visual novel style horror game. So the first game is similar style. Oh, from what I'm aware, it's a similar style. One thing I have noticed though, because I've booted the game up to make sure it would actually work. I haven't gone beyond this screen, but a couple of notes in case if Sasha, the creator, or Mega Cat are looking at this. First of all, other Mega Cat games, they have where it starts. Oh, actually, let me start again. If I press the reset button, I'm using a PAL Mega Drive, so 50 Hertz, and I'm using the reset button on my Model 2, and you can see it's now frozen the game. So I don't know if this is just a thing with the demo or not, but I actually have to switch off, switch on. But saying with other Mega Cat games I've tried, this would actually play properly and you get, the Mega Cat's kind of sound voice clip as well. But you don't get that there. That was just kind of like it started moving along and then quickly cut to this. So, well, to Sasha's logo first, but then this. Anyway, enough about potential problems that might be ironed out with the full release. Let's give this a try. So, try start button. Doesn't do anything. Press A. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the credits first, shall we? Written and directed by Sasha Darko, music by himself, presented by Mega Cat Studios, digital proofreading by Zeb, yada 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 yada. Cool. So A. Okay. B. I spend some time on surveillance, watching over the village. So how you spell surveillance? I'm questioning myself now. I'm going to look that up after this. Honestly, I have impression like it's not being guarded at all. Still, I managed to find the easiest entry to get in. There's a road which GOE, which goes to the south part of the village. I believe they use this road for the trucks with supplies. For the supply trucks. Considering my experience with a similar village in the past, I doubt they use it frequently. But even though it's the easiest route, I still can't see any guards, which is strange. I can't say what role this village has, but with an obvious VIP coming such as the head of the whole cult, I expect at least one guard at each exit. It's not just about security, something feels off. Still, I need to find a way to get in unnoticed. Checkpoint reached. Cool. What shall I do? Look at the gates, look around, stand and think, step closer to the gates, go back to the forest. Okay. These are just your average aluminium gates. They're open and a chain with a lock is on the ground. Okay? I get the feeling something happened here recently. What should I do? Look around. The road which leads here is surrounded by cliffs. There's no way I can climb them. These gates and the fence are the only options I have. What should I do? Stand and think. I don't really have the time to think, and it's dangerous to stand here and wait. Nobody will come for help. I'm on my own. I have a plan, and I'm sticking to it. Something has happened here, and I'll use it to my advantage. What should I do? Step closer or go back? You're right, Sarah. Just leave it all and go home, huh? Honestly, I was thinking about something like this. But if that spirit was able to resurrect me, I'm pretty sure it can turn me dead again. And I don't really plan to become dead yet again anytime soon. Okay, so step... No! I went down too far. Step closer to the gates. So there is a guard standing near a watchtower. But it doesn't make any sense for him to be there. Like he was placed there to watch the territory inside the base. Not outside. What's going on here? Anyway, I don't see anyone else there except him. The fence looks manageable for me to climb over it. I can also go through the gates, since they're open, but the guard is standing there behind them. What should I do? Surprise approach. Silent approach. We'll go silent. I climb over the fence, trying to do it as silently as possible. The guard is not far from me, and he's probably not that aware of the sounds around because of the helmet. I managed to get right behind him, just making 2 more steps, and choosing the right moment to attack, that's all I need. Dice throw! 1. Grab him from behind, wait for him to move. Grab him from behind. I grab him from behind and take the rifle out of his hands. Then I bash his head with it. Oh, nice. Then I bash it over and over until I'm sure he is dead. Okay, this is taking a turn. I hide the body in the nearest bushes and check the magazine in his rifle. It's half empty. Something is going on here. I shouldn't be relaxed too much. I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like there's an extra space here that shouldn't be. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. As I was thinking about it, I notice a guard standing in front of a watchtower nearby. Ah, okay, maybe it's the way that it's spreading the text across the screen. So maybe there isn't an extra space, it just seemed like it. But you never know. Then he noticed me. We both raise our guns, aiming to kill. Dice roll. Shoot him in the head. Here goes the whole clip. I'm out, bullets. Oh well. All in all, not a good start for a welcoming party, but I ain't no lady. It's time to move on. The place looks huge, but I can't see far because of the fog. It's an early morning. I'm not a weatherman to tell if the fog will be gone anytime soon. This fog adds a tactical disadvantage, but I don't have the time to wait for it to disappear. I think the road will take me straight to the village. But it would be stupid just to walk by it, since I definitely will be spotted. I'd say it makes sense to lurk through the woods around it. I should decide whether I'll take a path to the left or the right of me. There's also a small building which served as an outpost for the soldier. It looks rather empty. Where should I go? Check outpost. Nothing useful. A bottle of Slovakia and a porno magazine. Oh, very nice. Oh, there's also a Bible. A porno magazine and a Bible, of course. Classic. Drink, wank, pray, repeat. Oh, yeah. Where should I go? Go right. Crouching through the bushes, I discover another watchtower. Moving up closely, I notice that there are no guards. If it was placed there to watch over the fence, then I don't understand how it's not occupied. Come to think of it, come to think of weird things, I realised that I haven't heard a single bird on my way here. Actually, the only thing I hear here is the noise foliage. It's noise foliage. Foliage noise? I mean the plants, but it's the noise foliage. That's not the right way to say that. There's a huge structure ahead, and most likely it wasn't built for security purposes. I decide to move closer. There are remains of an oil rig. Okay. It looks abandoned, and I doubt they were using it. I wonder what was here before they built the village. Again, they're just... I don't know, it's just like space. The space there looks a bit bigger, space. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's double spaces in there or if it's just the way that it's, the software has done the paragraph. The spacing of the paragraph, I mean. Maybe this structure was used for something else, not for gathering oil. I proceed a little bit further and hide behind a massive generator standing near the rig. There's another guard and 3 cultists resting aside him. Sorry, what? There's another guard and 3 cultists resting aside him. Do you mean beside him? Rather than aside him? I can take out the guard from the back, but these cultists might be armed, and I decide not to risk... And I decide to not to take a risk to check it. So it should be not to take a risk to check it. Slowly crouching behind the bushes, located a bit from them, I proceed to the road which appears to be leading back to the block post. Block post? Block post? The outpost? I decided to go a little bit further into the woods to avoid getting spotted. Not like I could see much from here. I decided to get closer to the village. Trying to be as stealthy as possible, I slowly step towards a large truck and hide behind it. There's a man standing by the altar. It appears he is one of the cultists. He prays obsessively, seemingly not being aware of my presence, always good. After looking around and making sure that there's no one else around, I crouch behind him. There is a human heart lying on the altar. It appears he's making a sacrifice to whatever god he believes in. Nice. He is obsessed by the process and doesn't notice me when I move behind him to get closer. I rate him as an easy target and manage to cut his throat from behind. Okay. Startled, he turns around, holding his hands around his neck. Then he falls and lies convulsing, looking at me. I wait for him to die. I search his pockets only to find a note and a revolver. The note is nothing but a propaganda about upcoming apocalypse. But it doesn't tell me anything significant. They're talking about the apocalypse coming, but there's no mention about them making it come. The gun is in quite great condition and is a very valuable find. However, there's only 1 bullet left in the barrel. Maybe that's to take yourself out if things get really bad. I wonder if they were using it for Russian roulette parties. Well, I take the gun. Maybe let's try playing some CEX roulette parties. There are 2 roads to choose from. One leads deeper into a village, another leads to the big 2-story Soviet building surrounded by a wooden fence. I would say surrounded by a wooden fence myself, but... Or surrounded by wooden fencing. Syntax, you know. Thinking of where I shall be going next, I spot movement and hide behind the altar. I see a couple of cultists walking behind the fence, talking about something. There's another one right in front of the building and he's cleaning the area with a broom. I decide not to take a risk going. I decide not to take a risk going there. There might be more of it. I take the road which leads me away from the village. Sorry if they're being very critical of the writing. I know that the creator is not a native English speaker, so the fact that this is got an English translation at all is very impressive. So don't think I'm being harsh by it. It's just me being critical of if this is going to be released as a English language translation. For those who get physical copies of the game, this can't be updated. So really, if there's proofreading, translation being done, it needs to be as perfect as possible, because those who get, the ROM copies, or Steam, because that's one of the DLCs, one of the add-ons, if they hit the targets, can get updates. But those who get this physically will not be able to get this updated. So, but I stress, anyone who can speak a second language, I can't do it, so you have the utmost respect, because as someone who is from the UK, we are terrible at second languages. We're far too lazy. Soon I discover a small wooden cabin. The cabin looks abandoned, but I see a smog coming from the chimney. I'm pretty sure there's someone there. I need to be careful. What should I do? Look at the cabin. Step on the porch. Return and go back to the village. Look at the cabin. There are logs near it, but I can't see the axe anywhere. I wonder where it might be. The cabin looks abandoned, but I see a smog coming from the chimney. I'm pretty sure there's someone there. I need to be careful. What should I do? Step on the porch. Being extremely careful, I crouch to the porch and step on it. Again, I'm not sure if I would phrase it like that. I crouch to the porch. You know, I understand what you're saying. You're crouching while you head to the porch, but I'm not sure if I would write it like that. Anyway, it appears there are 2 rooms, and one of them is closed. One of them is closed. Again, I'm not sure if I would phrase it like that. There are 2 rooms, but the door is closed. I can hear a loud snoring behind the closed one. There's a great opportunity to attack or to sneak unnoticed. What's next? Smash the door with your boot. Surprise, motherfucker! I gather the courage and kick the door in as hard as I can. Unfortunately, my strength is not enough to break the hinges that way. Damn. Snoring stops and I hear movement behind the door. It seems like whoever is there is already awake and would come out any second. I hear angry growling. Perhaps my door is turning the key. One moment after the door opens, making my heart sink. It's a huge middle-aged man and he is completely naked. Barge Chihuahua. I see a crazy twisted look in his eyes which scares me even more. He holds an axe, ready to attack. I need to get myself together this instant. It's time to use that bullet. I manage to take out the revolver before he attacks me. I shoot and the bullet goes straight through his neck. Trying to keep blood from spurting out, he drops the axe and covers the wound with his hand. When he makes some steps back and falls on the floor, unable to keep himself on his feet. I watch him bleeding for some time until his body loses enough blood to give up. Now he's dead and I can finally search the place. I see no furniture aside from the bed. There's a book lying on it. Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Yeah. How ironic. There's a key tapped to the back cover of a book. I take it. I sneak into the open room. It looks like a slaughterhouse, but it's definitely people they butcher here. I can see cut human limbs all over the place and smell. Oh, that smell. It's making me sick. Cut human limbs? I mean, dissected? I think the proper term would be like dissected human limbs. Anyway. Trying not to throw up, I look around. I spot a trap door on the floor. It's not that hidden. There is blood all over its edges. It's locked. I use the key I got from the butcher. End of the demo. Thank you for playing. Cool. I mean, technically he goes just past the border, but anyway, who cares? I mean, you won't have that in the final game. Anyway, hopefully you found that interesting. I'll leave a link to the Kickstarter. You can get ROMs and either cart only or complete in box. If you're into like kind of horror games and this is wet your whistle, then give it a look. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you all next time.